Welcome back. I have had so much to say today. I am so excited to be here again. It's so funny because yesterday was a holiday, and so my son was home from school, and we did this pão por Deus. It's like trick or treating here in Portugal, and it was amazing. And so that was what we did in the morning. And then a friend came over in the afternoon. And then Jordan went down for a nap later in the afternoon. But yesterday I was like, why? Like, I can't think of anything to talk about. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've come to the end. And then today I'm like, it's just like an onslaught of like, oh my gosh, I could talk about this. And oh my gosh, I could talk about that. And this and that and this and that. And it's such a beautiful reminder, and I'm constantly offered this reminder of the importance of rest for activity and silence for dynamism. It's this kind of this essence of what happens when you go into meditation and you just like you come to this profound silence. Your body is still, your mind is still. Okay, your mind is monkey minding, but at some moments it might find stillness and then go back out. And this is again is this like silence and dynamism, this like inward and outward bringing, yeah, which brings up inward, like the season, autumn, winter, we're also going inward. And then we come back outward in the spring and then the summer. So there's always this in and out, this rest and activity. And so yesterday was my day of rest. So all of my attention was on my wonderful son and our life and activities together, and just I was so full in my heart with that. And my thinking mind, my mind was kind of like turned off. And then today it's switched. So my mind is definitely on today. And I had lots of things, like I said, that I wanted to talk about, but I thought, let's bring it on home to what's going on right now in our lives. So if you live here in Portugal or, anywhere else and you're experiencing this crazy wind and rain, then you can truly see that Vata season is truly upon us. So what does that mean? So Vata is the air and ether dosha. Hold on. So, yeah, so air and ether, right? Okay, so like think of wind, always kind of moving, light, rough, hard. So if wind and dry, blows on a piece of like mud or muddy earth, then the earth cracks and dries up. You can, yeah, can think that's a good analogy of what Vata does, right? Okay, so it dries things out, it creates roughness, kind of like a scatteredness. So things you might be. So let's bring it back to the weather. So how is this visible or obvious in our weather? So for one, it's super windy right now, like crazy. I just saw trees that looked like they were gonna go horizontal. And the wind seems to be pretty persistent. And I was talking to my son the other day. I was like, yeah, the wind brings change. It changes the weather. Like it brings the clouds in, and then it blows them away, and then there's sunshine, and then it brings more clouds, and that's exactly what's happening. Like this morning it was rainy. By the time I got to my son's school, it was dry but still windy. And then I went to the gym, and then it was sunny. And then I got home, and it was windy. And then I had to go to the cafe and work because they were turned off the electricity at my place. And I was constantly like pulling down the shade, then lifting it up, and then pulling it down and lifting it up as the sun was coming in and then going away and coming in. It was just constant. And I love this. I just love weather. I feel like it's it brings this like mystery of this, like the powers that be closer in, like nearly tangible. I'm like, I can't control that. I mean, this is amazing. And I just feel, yeah, I just feel like this oneness with nature. And so, like, it just feels so tangible because I'm directly affected. So I have to, put on my rain boots, and then my feet are sweating because all of a sudden it's sunny, but I'm, out running an errand or taking my coat on and off, or just the wind. I feel like I'm in the Wizard of Oz. So for me, it's fun. I know a lot of people don't like it. If I had to deal with it 24/7, I probably would not like it. So, and this is me without any coffee. um, so yeah, so I wanted to talk again. I want to talk about Vata season, which is among us. So things that Vata season brings with it. So whatever happens outside is happening inside. So the wind, even though there's lots of rain, the wind is very effective. It's affecting us, our physiology. For example, you might notice your skin starting to dry out, your fingers are starting to crack, maybe your lips crack, maybe you get rashes. So Vata blows, okay? It blows, which, like, think of a fire, and if the wind comes up, it might reduce the flame on the fire and then like blow it up, or it's very irregular. So yeah, speaking of sun and then rain and wind and sun and all of that, so irregularity is Vata's like identity. So you might notice, okay, again, so physically, like dryness, your skin might just be, extra dry. You might also notice like you're more anxious right now because you're maybe a little bit more scattered. It's harder to focus. Other things you might also notice in your digestion that you're a bit more constipated because you're a little bit dried out inside. Yeah, things you can do to help bring yourself back into balance. So try to maintain routine in your schedule. So try to try to wake up and go to sleep the same as you usually do. Or, yeah, I mean, and if you go to bed at 3 a.m. and you wake up at noon, like you can work on making that maybe a little bit earlier. But yeah, try to keep the same like sleep and wake routine. Try to also eat regular meals at regular times. Yeah, it's very common, like for a Vata dominant Prakriti to just kind of eat like the wind. Just like, oh, I'm hungry now, and oh, I wasn't hungry, so I didn't eat anything, or I skipped meals all day, and then I just ate dinner, or or whatever, because I forgot, or I was so involved in this or that. Another quality of Vatas are they're very enthusiastic, so clearly I have a little bit of Vata in me. Yeah. Sorry. That's the Vata. I just went somewhere else in my mind. So yeah, let's bring it back. So enthusiastic, irregular, and regular. So yeah, so we want to bring regularity to an irregular kind of situation here. So, for example, so say you wake up in the morning, you're not hungry. That's fine. Just, you can have stewed fruit. It's super light, easily digestible. It won't make you nauseous. It won't. Some people get nauseous if they eat. Sometimes if they eat, period, if they eat too much. Um, then again, also, if I don't want to say like eat even if you're not hungry, but if you're waking up in the morning and you're not hungry, we would need to talk about what you're doing the night before, when you last ate, all those things. But say, for example, you went to bed, you had your last meal at 6 or 7, probably 7, went to bed by 10, woke up. The thing is if you don't have an appetite, just have something light. Have something light. It sparks digestion. Like I said, stewed fruit, stewed apples and pears are the best thing to do. You can also have just soaked almonds. Super wonderful. They're actually OJAS creating, which is this element kind of equivalent to what we know as serotonin. So, and it's kind of the manifestation of bliss, as we know it in Ayurveda. So, so eat maybe 5 to 10 soaked almonds. And that'll get you through. That'll get your digestion going. Because the thing is we want regularity in your digestion so that your metabolism's also acting regularly, and then that stabilizes your poo, so then you're not constipated, or so then it's not this like confusion inside your system. Okay, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, say for example 8, noon, and 6. And if you're hungry in between, you can sip delicious warm teas, herbal teas. If you're like super duper hungry, have a banana or an apple. Obviously, there are certain snacks that are better for your constitution, your individual constitution. So, I'm just trying to hone in on the importance of regular meal times. Another way to counteract the Vata season is to do anything that's the opposite of cold, rough, dry, mobile. So bring warmth to your body. Eat warm, like unctuous meals. Like we have this meal in Ayurveda in India. It's called khichdi, and it's kind of a one-pot meal. It's a mixture of herbs and spices, mung beans, basmati rice, and then about three vegetables, and it's all cooked in one pot, and with ghee, and it's like the idyllic meal because it's complete protein, and it's got your veggies, it's got the oil, it's got you squeeze some lemon on it, so you get all the flavors, sweet, sour, salty, bitter, astringent, and pungent, and so that serves all aspects of your physiology. Excuse me, I'm so excited, my throat's getting dry. Like I said, that goes to all those tastes will go to wherever the body needs that particular taste, because like I said, each taste carries with it its specific elements. So wherever in your body is lacking, for example, if I'm lacking water in my throat because I'm parched, so whatever, maybe I eat something sour and then it sends the water to my throat, for example. That's really kind of a crude explanation, but I don't know if that helps with understanding the importance of getting all 6 tastes in your food and how that serves your entire physiology. So let's see. And then another way, if you really want to get cozy, you can do an Ayurvedic self-massage, which is called Abhyanga. And you can Google how to do that. But it involves warm oil. And we typically use sesame oil. But you want to be careful with that because it is heating. So if you are prone to get rashes on your skin, you might want to opt for another oil. But careful with coconut oil in the Vata season, because coconut, as you can see, when it's cold outside, it solidifies. So it's a very cooling oil. So you wouldn't want to put that on your skin, especially if you're Vata predominant or Kapha predominant, because it'll make you really cold. It makes me cold, especially in the winter and fall months. Like if I put it on my feet are freezing all day. Doesn't matter what socks I have on. But I am prone to rashes, like eczema. So yeah, I dabble. But you can also use olive oil. Some people don't like olive oil because they feel like they smell like a salad. But you can put some essential oils in there and counteract that. Anyway, I'm digressing, but an Abhyanga Ayurvedic self-massage is a wonderful way to really counteract the effects of Vata season. And it's also considered like a protective barrier between your inner world and your outer world. So it's a really nice thing to do for yourself in the morning before you start your day. So you can kind of go about your day in your sovereignty. And what else? So we've got ways to eat, to nourish yourself through food that helps counteract the Vata season. We've got like a self-care as far as massage, an oil massage. Oil massage is especially good for, well, let's put it this way. If you have a lot of ama, if you get nauseous when you eat, if you're feeling very lethargic, kind of low, feeling like you're in a depression or whatever, don't do the Abhyanga. Instead, you can do like a steam bath or like, I don't know if you have access to a sauna, but that would be really good for you to get that warmth, but without getting the oil. You don't want the oil on you. You'll want the warmth and that opportunity to kind of sweat. What else? Let me think. Let's pause. Oh yeah, let's talk about practices you can do. So, did I talk about meditation already? You can do meditation, okay, right? That's very opposite of wind because you're sitting still. So meditation, pranayama, so breath work, even though that's breath in and out, it's very centering. It's the one thing that connects the mind to the physiology. Breath work and yoga, right? Another, body-mind practice. Those are all very good activities you can do to really calm the scatteredness of the air and the ether elements. So that is my talk about Vata season. I think I covered everything I was all excited about. As usual, I'm sure I'll think of things after I end the video, but we can get into discussion about that as well. There's always time to touch base and talk about more things. I wanted to say at the end of this video, if you like it, please hit the little thumbs up button. And if you know someone else that might like this content, then feel free to share it with them. Yeah, and if you want to get more videos, you can subscribe to my channel. This is my passion, and so I'll just keep sending this stuff out to you. All right, hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.